Shelley Winter Show live, local, topical, and relevant. Let's get right to my guest. Her name is Renee Rayles. I was driving around. As you know, I listen to 95.5 WSB every single day, all day long. Chris Chandler, Mark Aram, Eric Erickson, Von Hesser Doctrine, and then I'm on at 7. And I was listening to Mark Aram this morning. He has guests on all the time, but this one I had to say I called her right away. Well, actually, I called Deborah Green and said, Deborah Green, I need your guest information. I need her on tonight. Her name is Renee Rayles, TV and movie reporter. How are you, Renee?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Shelley.
No problem. So tell me, what movie productions are going on in Georgia right now? Because
Certainly.
I thought this industry had kind of died out, but listening to you this morning, it seems like there's a lot going on.
Certainly. You know, I think the one thing that we're hearing a lot is how bad everything is going. But I think that's also because Hollywood feeds that. And that's where a lot of the news comes from. And things are moving out of Hollywood in droves. And they definitely have out of Georgia. But one of the biggest things is that since the peak of when we were, off the walls, if you will, with production, went down 40%, and then now we're just down 20%. So we have hit that low.
When did we go down 40? During COVID, or was it a period of time where we went down 40%?
So I'd love to take us back just a minute, because here's the thing. When Georgia really popped off, that's when the streamers, especially Netflix, they were all competing for subscribers. So they were putting shows out left and right, which now, even they'll cancel a show even if it's the number one show.
Right.
So back then they were all about the new shows, the subscribers. Well, then we had COVID. And then we had the strike, the SAG-AFTRA strike. And then things moved overseas. And I have to say, the state of Georgia, as well as Georgia Entertainment, they've done a good job of pulling people back. Now, so the biggest low has been 40%, and now we are down 20%.
So 20% has come back, is what?
Correct.
Right, gotcha.
Yes, so we are on a bump up. And to give you some specifics on that, last month we had 13 productions in the state of Georgia. At the beginning of this month, it was 23, and now we're up to 26.
So now that 13 is added 7 to 20, and then now 6 to 26. That's how it works? They're not 26 new productions.
It's 26 total that
gotcha.
are registered, that are
Understood.
filming at this current time in the state of Georgia.
And now give us some perspective. When it was at the height of production, is 26 a lot? Is it average? What?
It was definitely, probably double of that.
Gotcha.
But I think right now one of the things we're seeing, and that there's also not some parallels with that when I say double, because back then we had more feature films and more series.
Understood.
Now we have a lot more short films, and we also have a lot more reality shows.
Okay. So that's counted in the production.
Certainly.
Gotcha.
And right now we have 6 big feature films. I mean, we have Superman Man of Tomorrow filming here.
That's huge.
Huge. And we also have a big film with Pete Davidson called Tommy Karate. We also have a Lizard Music filming at Trilith with The Rock in it.
I heard that this morning. Could you say that title again?
That is called Tommy Karate.
No, that's the Pete Davidson.
Yes, the Lizard
Rock
Music.
one.
So Lizard Music is actually a children's book that was huge, and it's got kind of a cult following to it.
Okay.
And it looks like there may be some singing and dancing and playing some music involved that we might see The Rock doing.
Yeah.
Because the music is really part of Lizard Music.
It seems like The Rock, I don't know, because he's very successful, but it seems like The Rock is signing on to anything that's put in front of him at this point. But we'll keep going.
Now, I will say people love that book. So,
Gotcha.
And that's a Safdie directed film, which is pretty fantastic. He did Uncut Gems,
Okay.
as well as they worked together
Very
on The
good movie.
Smashing
Yep.
Machine. We also have something really big in Georgia, in Savannah. Destry Allen Spielberg, the daughter of Spielberg, is filming right now in Savannah, and they previously were looking for crew members as well as extras. So to be able to say, I've been in a Spielberg movie would be pretty
Is he
cool if you're living
directing?
there. No, it's his
just
daughter.
her. Gotcha.
It's his daughter, Destry
Gotcha.
Allen.
Oh, she's directing.
She's directing.
Gotcha,
It's called
gotcha.
Girl. Yeah. And then we also have some TV series. Now, here's what I want to ask you. If I told you the name of a production is called Dragonfly, what would you think it's on? Because it's actually the code name for the Challenger series. And it is based on the complex story of the Challenger and the new class of astronauts recruited by NASA in the 70s. We actually have Kristen Stewart that is playing the American hero, Sally Ride, in it.
Wow.
And they're actually looking for extras as well. That just came out today that they're looking for extras for that.
How does someone become an extra? Because I don't come on the air till 7, so I'm fairly free all day long. How does someone become an extra?
Certainly. There are a couple places. TaylorMade is the one that's doing this one. And for the one that I know you're excited about, that's with Hilton Casting. And I want to be clear when I'm talking to people about extras casting, because last year there was a scammer in Atlanta that was making people pay to sign up on their website to then become an extra. These two are legit extras casting companies. You should never pay to be an extra.
And they specialize in extras.
In extras, yes, which means no speaking lines, but you are an extra.
Right.
And then the big one that I wanted to talk to you about is we've got Scooby-Doo Origins.
That's what I want to see.
Yes.
I can't wait to see that.
And they're actually looking for two different things. They're looking for extras as well as stand-ins. Are you familiar with what a stand-in is?
Yes, I heard you this morning.
Yes.
It's where I stand in a spot where the lead actor or the actor in the scene would be standing.
Correct. I'm also curious.
I don't want to do that because you'll never be on camera.
Do they put a dog in for the dog for Scooby-Doo is what I'm curious for a stand-in. Do they have a stand-in dive?
So this is what I wanted to ask you. This is a live action film. So will they have a what do you call it? CG generated dog, Scooby, or will it be a real dog?
I've heard it's a real dog, and
That's
I've
cool.
heard people that saw it actually in Rutledge, Georgia, where I went down as well, where they actually took Rutledge, the downtown, which is a super tiny town, and completely redid the outside of it, revamped it into this Scooby-Doo Origins. Now, I want to tell you
Tell us about, what is it about?
Certainly. So the premise is set during the final summer at Camp Ruby Spears, where longtime friends Shaggy and Daphne investigate a lost Great Dane puppy linked to a supernatural murder. They team up with Velma and Frank to solve the case while confronting secrets of their own. Now, that is what we've heard the plot is. Now, this is an 8-episode season.
So they're all younger than they are in the cartoon.
Correct. But the reason why you wouldn't know that this is Scooby-Doo Origins, that you would be wanting to be an extra in and finding it, is because it's under a different name than Scooby-Doo Origins.
Wow.
So they do that for a couple reasons.
Why?
Well, with Scooby-Doo one, we have the super fans. I would be a super fan as well.
I would be a super fan as well.
If I saw the sign on the side of the road that said Scooby-Doo and it's a production, I'm going there.
Right.
So we keep those kind of, undercover, if you will, to kind of keep it under wraps. You also don't want people giving away secrets to it.
Gotcha.
But they are in some of the final stages of filming. So if you want to be an extra, you need to apply soon. And that is through Hilton with a Y casting. They're looking for extras as well as stand-ins. That's
very cool. I can't wait till that comes out. I was telling you off air that for me, I'm a huge fan of whodunits. Columbo, Matlock, Law and Order, everything. Murder, She Wrote. Just if it's a whodunit. Quincy. I go back as far as Quincy. Scooby-Doo as a child was my favorite cartoon because it was a whodunit. And as a little kid, I watched it, and I always tried to figure out who was going to be revealed as the the bad guy. And to this day, I have that same fascination of these whodunits to this day. This is very cool. Before I let you go, Renee, answer this question for me. Someone out there is listening. They're retired, maybe, or they're working at home from home. They want to get involved. What's the best way for them to start to get involved, to be an extra and maybe move up or something like that?
Certainly. Go to Hilton Casting, HYLTON Casting, or TaylorMade Casting. I also share these on my Instagram as well as Facebook. I only share the legit ones. Again, I am not a casting director. Renee Rayles, Rayles.
Okay.
And as long as you're not paying to do any of this stuff, generally they're legit companies.
Right.
But you could get on some of these tremendous sets. And also with the Superman, the code name on that one, Exodus. So if you see any extras casting, which I have not lately for Exodus, that is Superman.
Awesome. Renee, give out your Instagram again.
Certainly. Renee, RaneeRayles. I'm on all socials and .com.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to touch on this Trump beef just fiasco. It's a fiasco. We'll be right back. Shelley Winter Show.